Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Angel and we're back with another video. This is going to be Vlogtober day 2 and we're going to keep up the pace with these videos coming out every single day. And I'm surprised that I'm here today, honestly. It's crazy because I should have pre-recorded versus trying to do it the day of. The video I was supposed to upload yesterday, uploaded this morning, and I did post it on YouTube, but it just went through this morning, which I don't understand why it took so long. I edited before 12 last night and it waited all the way up till I went to work this morning. Day 1 posted on my channel today, so day 2 might post on the channel tomorrow. I don't know how it's gonna go, but either way, I'm still gonna do the Vlogtober for you guys. I just want to let you guys know, late videos or whatever. It's gonna be day 2. Read by the title what this video is gonna be. This is going to be a show recommendation. If you guys are introverts, you guys are going to love the shows that I picked for you guys, because these are going to keep you guys interested throughout the whole seasons of the shows. Instead of doing a lot of outside things, being an extrovert, I'm going to give you guys some things if you do not like to go outside. And if you like to stay in the house and keep warm and be cozy, then I'm going to give you guys a couple of ideas for that as well. That's why I'm doing this today. Let's go ahead and get right into the video. Most of the shows that I'm going to be naming are going to be shows that have a lot of seasons, or some might have like 1 or 2, but I'm going to break it down for you because these are the shows that I watch personally. And I know a lot of people like to gatekeep. I don't want to gatekeep. I am a TV show fanatic. I love TV. I don't watch it as much as I used to. I honestly calmed down a lot because I guess I'd be really busy now and I've grown up a lot, so I don't really watch TV like I used to. But these are some old shows. It's going to be a couple of new shows as well, but y'all should know, binge watch shows. I don't stop. I went through Vampire Diaries in less than 4 months. How did I do that? I don't know. And it was 8 seasons, but that's neither here nor there. We're going to go ahead and name the first show. I'll start in order of these shows because these shows are actually in order. So the first show I'm going to name, I just talked about it, is going to be Vampire Diaries. If you guys have not seen Vampire Diaries, you guys need to go ahead and watch that. If you're not into vampire, witches, werewolves, any supernatural being is on Vampire Diaries. More so of like a love story. If you like Twilight, where you got to choose between Edward versus Jacob, it's like that as well on Vampire Diaries with Stefan and Damon. So I'm not gonna really tell you guys to spoil the story, but it's gonna be like a little cute high school love story. They have that in there if you guys are into that. If you're not, it's still good to watch. But it is, Vampire Diaries is more girly than it is for dudes. But it's a couple of dudes that I know that did watch it, but they lost a lot of interest. I think most of us have seen Vampire Diaries. My favorite character on there is Damon. I don't know why. I love bad boys. We're gonna call it bad boys. I love the bad boys in almost every show that I watch. I don't know why, and I'm addicted to it. But I started watching it because I seen Damon's face. That's what really drew me. You gonna have your little teams, and we all gonna have different opinions about the teams, but that's my opinion. The next show we're gonna talk about is gonna be The Originals. If you guys haven't seen The Originals, it is actually a franchise of the Vampire Diaries. So the originals are going to be based on the people that started the vampires, basically. You don't have to watch that first because they introduced the original vampires in Vampire Diaries. The originals are more adult-like. So if you're an adult and you don't like the little kiddie love stories, but the original do have a lot of romance in it as well, but it's not as romantic as the Vampire Diaries, or so the grown-up version of Vampire Diaries. We're gonna break down how the start of all the vampires is gonna have the original vampires in there. That's why it's called The Originals. They're gonna go through a lot too. It's a lot of drama, it's a lot of fighting. It's normally thinking a supernatural show is gonna be in there. But I more so like The Originals because it's more realistic. And I forgot to say this about Vampire Diaries. The last few seasons of Vampire Diaries sucked for me. I think when it hit season 5 through 8, or season 6 through 8, it was so boring to me. In the originals, every season, every episode of the originals was good. So if you guys had to pick anything to watch for this season, I would definitely pick the originals. My favorite vampire is Klaus. I love me some Rebecca as well. I feel like, again, I love the bad people for some reason, and Klaus is misunderstood to me in my opinion, and if the last episode made me cry, I'm gonna put that out there, but I'm not gonna tell you guys what happened, but it was just, it's gonna put you down an emotional roller coaster, just like Vampire Diaries, but this one hurt more than Vampire Diaries for me. We all have our own opinions. So the originals actually have another franchise to go with that as well. So just like you got the Vampire Diaries, the originals, the next thing after the originals will be Legacies. So in the Legacies show, that is going to be the daughters based off of some of the characters from the originals, and the kids based off of some of the people from Vampire Diaries as well. So it's going to be a mixture of some people, and you probably going to see some old faces from the originals and from Vampire Diaries and Legacies. I feel like you should watch them in order, so I would start from Vampire Diaries to the originals, then I will go to Legacies, because you won't understand. You don't want to go into nothing and be like, well, who is this person? You won't know who those people are if you haven't watched all three. I'm not gonna lie. Originals was 5 seasons. These are like 3. You're not into Kitty, way more Kitty than Vampire Diaries. It's the kids and how they grow up. I didn't really like the ending of the Legacies either. They didn't finish doing Legacies, probably because of how I don't know why they went down the path they did, but it was still okay to look at. Like I said, I still really enjoyed it. I liked looking at the growth of everybody, you know, everybody grow up. I'm into that. And I watched one of the little girls in the show grow up from who she was from the originals. So, like I said, I just like to see the growth of people, but that's still a good show to watch nevertheless. It's highly related, supernatural, and there's way more supernatural beings in the Legacy show. One of my favorite shows, or probably the best show I would say out of the whole thing that I'm going to name for you guys, will be the start of it all, which to me personally is Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf been out for a very long time. I was in elementary school or either middle school when it came out. I remember back in the day when my dad used to watch it on the TV and I was a kid playing. That's literally how long ago it was. Been out for so long. I watched Teen Wolf 2 years ago and I finished it less than when I finished the Vampire Diaries, actually. I finished Teen Wolf really quickly. I think I binge watched that in 2 months. I'm not even lying. And that's like 5 or 6 seasons as well. Out of everything that I'm gonna name on here, Teen Wolf is something you have to watch. Again, it's going to be high school based. If you want an old 2000 something show that even though the werewolves look kind of funny, the show itself, I'm in love with the guy named Styles on there. I have a crush on fictional people for some reason, but Styles is my favorite person out of the show. It's gonna be mostly werewolves on this. The first few episodes, you're gonna be like, this is kind of, I don't really know. But when I tell you, when them seasons go on, you're gonna really enjoy this. Like, the first few episodes were still good, but it literally changed, like, the episode settings or something throughout the show. The first show was so dark. The shows after that was calmed down. And I'm just like, wow, how could you do that to a show? But it still was good. But I'm just like, how the heck you go from dark to this? And it's a romance as well. And it's gonna be a lot of sad things happening in that show too, but it's gonna be really good. If you are into like character growth, deaths, all of that, this show has it all. It's really funny too. A thriller, suspense, everything all in one for real for me. And it's kind of scary a little bit too, but it's really good. If you guys are into something scary, something that's gonna give you chills, something that's kind of off, Supernatural. Supernatural have 2 hot guys that are hot. And I know, I don't say hot, but they're hot. They look good. Love how they put these characters together and they really give the roles to some good looking men. And that's what I can give these people. They find some good looking men to play these vampires and werewolves. And they put a couple of, little makeup on them and they look really good. It's some stuff in there that I don't like. Like, I personally don't like possessed or demon talk when it comes to shows, and I don't watch stuff like that. I really don't. This show has that in there. Really scary. It is really sick. Talk about scary, gruesome, all these different things, right? This is that. So it's kind of crazy. The first episode starts off crazy, but it's good. Like I said, nevertheless, you're going to like it. This show has a lot of seasons. I'm not even going to give you a false number. I don't even know what number it's at. I haven't even finished it. I'm not even going to cap. I ain't even finished it. There's so many different seasons off of Supernatural, but like I said, you're going to be interested in that. Something to watch around this time of the year. You can watch it. Y'all don't even have to watch all these shows just for Halloween. I think these are just good show recommendations. And oldie but a goodie. True Blood was my show as a child. It used to come on HBO Max, so they showed some parts of everything. That's probably why I used to watch it. It showed people close the list. I can't even say what I want to say on here because YouTube is tripping. YouTube be tripping, y'all. Be like, why don't you just cuss? Why don't you just say this? Why don't you just post this? And YouTube really be tripping when it comes to some of these things that you say out your mouth or something. Like, dang, I can't say this. What the heck is going on? So if you really are into stuff like that, you guys are gonna like this one. This one's more up there with the adults. It used to come on late. So this is one of those shows. Inappropriate. This is not for kids. That show is not for kids, for real. It's a lot of sex and getting down dirty, taking the clothing off, throwing them on the floor, cussing. Up there in age, you guys like True Blood money, like all the ones that I named. Introduced to something different. I had no business watching it as a child, but I did. I was like, oh, I'm about to watch True Blood. And my mom and them not know. It's just, I don't know, it was something about it. And I think more so because it was like for adults. And that's what drew me to it too. And I saw bodies and I'm just like, I don't even have to go, watch anything on the camera, on my phone or in the computer. So I think that's more so why. But it's neither than that. Another one I think you guys will like, in this one has so many different seasons as well. I haven't even finished it either. I don't even know where I left off with this one. Once Upon a Time. That is actually on Disney Plus if you guys need to watch this. For kids, for adults. But it showed more so of the dark parts of the things that we like from Disney. Like Peter Pan was on there and it showed the dark side of Peter Pan. It opens up more than just the fairy tale and the cutesy, the demure. It shows more than all of that. It shows the real, like Peter Pan, it showed what he actually did on Once Upon a Time, and it's more realistic. It's more in tune with today's society. And yeah, I like about Once Upon a Time, it's not fake. It shows the real, everyday, real life setting to a fairy tale land. So it escapes from reality to a fairy tale. And that's what you guys probably will like about that too. It's not gonna just be about fairy tale. It's gonna be about a woman going through things in her real life and then things in the fairy tale land. Evil witches, it has evil everything pretty much on there. And it's just really cute. It shows more so the fairy tales that we see on Disney. It went in touch with The Little Mermaid and went in touch with Cinderella. All of that showed a dark side of every single thing. So if you guys are into something like that, Once Upon a Time will be great guys to watch around this time of the year. I forgot to name this one when I was talking about the werewolves. This show is called Wolfpack. Wolfpack only has one season. It was not renewed for a second season, which I personally don't like because I actually like Wolfpack, and I wish that I wish they continue. And the lady off of Wolfpack, the detective, she was on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She's off Scooby-Doo. You guys are gonna like Wolfpack. For me to kind of tell you guys to watch it just because you're gonna be pissed off like I am when the last episode came on and I watched it and I'm like, oh, when season 2 coming out? And I looked up on Google and I'm like, when is season 2 coming out? And it said canceled. How dare y'all cancel Wolfpack? Please run it back. I hate when a show just never finished and you don't see the ending of anything or what happened. Another one would be Bitten. Bitten was something that took me by surprise. This is back when I wasn't working, before COVID even came out. I think like right after beauty school for real. And I was just going up to my grandma's house in the morning and I would just sleep throughout weird times of the day. And I would put on this show, and I was on Netflix one day, and I don't know where you could find Bitten at, but it was really good. But I was on Netflix one day, and me and my mom was on just scrolling through stuff. So we literally just found it out of nowhere. I don't know, it just drew me to it from the first episode. A lot of things start off kind of iffy, and you'll be like, I'm bored. But you gotta watch the first episode, and you can't determine nothing from the first episode either. Watch the first episode and the second episode. If the second episode is still kind of boring, then that's when you gotta probably like, gotta go. But this one was like, the first episode was giving kind of iffy, but it got good. And I'm just like, okay. Then the second episode came, I'm like, okay, I like this. I'm gonna watch it through, and I gave it a chance. And it turned out to be a really good show as well. Buffy, the next one will be Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So Buffy is one of the old original shows. If you guys are into that old ugly looking makeup that they used to put on. It's very nostalgic. Now, some of the scenes you're gonna be like the fighting scenes don't look realistic. It don't look realistic at all. The vampires our parents grew up on, if you guys know what I mean. I'm 26. So my parents are just now in their early 50s. So it was around the time when they grew up watching the vampire, the high school thing, but it's not even really about high school. It's mostly about her being a slayer. She slayed vampires and she ends up falling in love with the vampires. See, for me personally, I like a lot of romance. So if you guys are into the lovey-dovey thing, I'm a Cancer. I love. I love. So I'm into all like the little romantic, cutesy things. A cartoon that you guys will like would be Monster High. I grew up on the old Monster High, not this new crap. I don't know what they did to this new Monster High. They look weird. I don't like the dolls. I wouldn't even buy it for my kid, for real. Basically about like the Frankenstein had a daughter and her name Frankenstein, and Draculaura is Dracula's daughter, and they go to high school. This one is an oldie back from my Disney Channel days. My Babysitter's a Vampire was one of my shows. I don't know what happened to that show. I used to watch that all the time.
She's literally like brown, but her complexion is kind of, you don't ever really see a dark skinned vampire, but they did show one in Twilight. Laurent, how do you say his name? He was black. So for the most part, it's always a Caucasian role. You don't ever really see dark vampires. And I'm happy that they're starting to like, even though they did it a little bit back then, I'm happy they're starting to make it very versatile. I don't ever see no Asian vampires. I never seen them. But okay, I mean, there's probably some out there, but make it, you know, it could be different vampires. You gotta be just Caucasian. That's all it is. But there's neither here nor there.
What was I talking about? I'm sleepy. Don't mind me. I don't know why he got a babysitter and he's in high school. Now this show is new and it's only one season, but the second season coming out really soon. But it's on Netflix and it's called Wednesday. I'm in love with the Addams Family. I've been in love with the Addams Family since I've been a little girl. They used to call me Wednesday. Ortega played the heck out of her roles. She is one of those young actresses that are coming out and she's doing her thing. But these are what I recommend. People have different perceptions on everything. So if you guys don't think the shows that I named were good or interesting, then that's on you. Of fighting, I love all of that all in one, and I feel like everything that I named had everything all in one. That's it for this video, guys. I've been rambling. That's all for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you like the recommendations that I recommended to you guys. So before you guys go, make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe to your girl's channel, and comment down below. I'll see you guys tomorrow in day 3. Bye, guys.